Hey guys, Chuck with ChuckGuide.com. So you want to promote your business with video, and but you're finding it difficult to do. How do you get in front of the camera and make yourself sound natural, don't sound canned, and don't have your eyes shifting from side to side? You want your videos to look professional, but how do you do it? Well, that's exactly what I want to talk about today, and if you haven't done this yet, click on the little red button that says subscribe and also that little bell, and it'll give you an alert each time I post a new video on lead generation training. So let's get started. So doing a video sounds like a simple task. I'm just get in front of a camera and talk, and we talk all day. I've done conferences where I've stood in front of 800 people and just without a script in front of me, I had no difficulty putting one word after another. And what I found was that as soon as I got in front of a camera, it was kind of like, it's just like freaking out. I couldn't remember what I was going to say. And people get frustrated with that after a while, and they'll just simply click off your video. Not to mention, just looking back at it yourself, you go, wow, what a mess that was. Now, I want to give you some encouragement. If you are going to be using video to do marketing, the first thing you have to understand is, in order to be great, you got to be good. In order to be good, you got to be bad. And in order to be bad, you have to get started. So there's going to be a learning curve no matter what. And you're not going to start off looking like, you're a polished product at the beginning. So give yourself some grace. And what I want to cover is a few of the things that I tried myself to do videos with. The first thing I tried doing was using a notepad on my just right beside my video camera screen. So people couldn't see the notepad, but I could actually, I was going back and forth and then my eyes were, and I was as I was talking, and I was trying to do it naturally. Another way that I tried was using a teleprompter, and one of the people who I was doing a video, he was one of my coaches, and what he was using was a teleprompter, and he showed how to create your own basic teleprompter. And all I had to use was one of those picture frame things. It's where you can inset the picture. And I created one of those, and I had my VSL camera behind it, and it was all cool. But I'm reading so slow because, first of all, the text is small, and I'm trying to follow, and then I miss a word, but it just keeps on going, and so you lose your point. And so, multiple times I'd have to, start over. And then I tried. My coach said, the coach that I signed up with here about a year and a half ago said that what he does is, and what he encourages people to do, is use no script, just simply know what it is you want to talk about and wing it. And the problem that I had with that is I would go off on little bunny trails. I'd start talking about some side note, and then I'd forget where I was at, and then I've already spoke for 8 minutes, and now I'm thinking, well, gosh, that's kind of a wash. Now I'm going to start over. So I get really frustrated, and I'd have to start over. I just could not. And not only that, but then I'm going. I forget to, I'm struggling for a word to say, and so then and it's kind of like you can feel your blood pressure going up because you're struggling to find a word. Meanwhile, the camera's still rolling, and how are you going to get through this? I just had no idea that talking in front of a camera could be so doggone intimidating. Anyway, the last approach that I came across, which I got to tell you really resonated well with me, was taking your script, whatever it is you're going to talk about, and so you still write out an outline of what it is you're going to do, but you break it into pieces and segment it. So you would talk about, point number one. And so you'd read, when you're off camera, you'd read that out and read it out and read it out to yourself, talk into your camera. And then once you feel good about, that you got that point nailed down, turn the camera on and do the same thing back to the camera. Okay. And then click save, and then go to the point number two, and then do that. And what you can do is you can do transitions. And here's the thing too, the great thing about doing it this way is it actually fits well with with what most people do in professional TV, and that is they're changing the screen. It's not always the same angle. It's not always the same. You could be in close, you could be out far away. Everything can change. And so people's attention span, if you're watching regular TV shows, you'll notice that a scene does not stay static for more than a few seconds before they change it out again, because they know that if they don't, people are going to leave that channel. They're going to go to a different show. So screens are always changing. So by cutting it up in pieces, it makes it easy for you to feel confident about what you're going to talk about. And if you have a little side note story that you think is applicable, you could have wrote it out and then, rehearsed how you're going to, say it to the camera. And then again, like I said, turn the camera on, do the point, do the little side note, and move on to the next thing. I found this to be really helpful. Now, again, you want to know what it is you're going to say in your intro, and you want to know what it is you're going to say in your outro. And keep in mind that if you're just going to be a pitch session, you're going to lose your audience right away. So you've got to give people value. So when you do your introduction, give them a reason why they would want to listen to your video. And then on the outro, this would be a great place to give them some information about where they can go to get more information on that topic. And that might even include, obviously a sales page where they're going to give some information. You're going to give some information to them, and then also direct them to some place where if they want, they could buy something that you're marketing that would help them with the problem that they're having. So hopefully this has been helpful. Again, video is not something that you're going to just walk into and do great. You have to. I remember calling leads, and when I first got on the phone, I sounded like a robot. Hi, this is Chuck. You were interested in working from home. Is that still correct? And I was terrified, and they could feel it over the voice. And then the other times I'm going, hi, this is Chuck. How are you today? Good. So you're interested in working from home. Is that something that you're still wanting to do? And they could tell that I'm reading it off a script. In fact, one lady even said to me, are you talking to me by reading off a script? And I went, well, yeah. Because I was brand new at this, and I was nervous, and I wanted to get it right. So I thought it was more important to say the exact verbiage, the word for word that the script said, than actually having a real conversation with somebody. And she caught me, and she said, I don't want to talk to a script. I want to talk to a person. So when you're doing your videos, keep that in mind, that you want to be personable. You want to be talking to the camera in the same way that you would be talking to one person. A lot of people, and myself included, you're watching the videos and you go, who are they talking to? Are they talking to a crowd? You want to reach out to one person. I would say one of the things that Mike Koning said once was, you want to talk to somebody who you really care about, somebody who you love, that, like your mom, your wife, your girlfriend, somebody who you really care about. And share with them at that level, because if you can do that, they're going to feel it on their end because they're looking. One other thing too is that I've seen some people when they're doing a video, they want to read off the script, but so they're rocking their head kind of back and forth and kind of hoping that if they look over the screen a little bit no, forget it. Now, if you do want to use a teleprompter, here's a tip for teleprompter people. If you're wanting to try that out, make sure that the print is very large, and make it so that the teleprompter is going to automatically move to the next sentence once you get there, so that you don't. Because if you got the print too small, this is what I found when I was trying out the teleprompter thing, is that I had the print so small I had to look into the camera, I was squinting, trying to read, and the other thing too is it sounded kind of like an Autobot. So again, your teleprompter needs to be able to move automatically. Now, I don't want to say that teleprompters are not good, because people are using teleprompters all the time and they sound perfect. No matter what it is you're going to do with video, you're going to be really bad to begin with. But that's what I said at the beginning. In order to be great, you got to be good. In order to be good, you got to be bad. And in order to be bad, you got to get started. Now, you're using video to generate leads, and what I want to do is I'll share with you a link that you can use so that once you've created your videos, you can actually make sure that you start getting them ranked on page 1. Because if you're going to go to this trouble of figuring out how to use a teleprompter, if that's the choice you make, or if you want to use the bullet points, or if you want to wing it, and by the way, just as a side note again, winging it's not bad either. You're still organized. You know what it is you want to talk about. So I would say that being able to just simply go on your own without having to read off of notes or have any, doing bullet points or teleprompters, being able to wing it is the highest level that you can achieve, and it's not something that you're going to achieve right off the bat. So the bullet points is my preference. So again, in order to be good, you got to be bad. In order to be bad, you have to get started. So, well, hopefully this has been helpful for you. Now, if you haven't done this yet, click the little red subscribe button and also that bell. And again, it'll give you an alert the next time I post a new lead generation training video. So you take care. I wish you all the best with your marketing efforts. And again, like I said, I'll put a link down below to that video ranking training. If you're really serious about doing video, you definitely want to check that out. And it's free. I'm not charging anything for it. I'm just giving it away. So you take care. Make it a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.